Hey people, bringing you a little bit of a grosser Curve First match here on Tears of the Desert. This isn't, not going to be one of those high damage, oh man, look at all that crazy stuff games. This is just, honestly, some good old fashioned nails to the chalkboard, just up front bow tanking and brawling action. We get the match started off a little early here. We're at this middle spawn. I kind of dislike this spawn, especially the battleship on this side. Especially when I do believe there is a Shima and a Gearing in this match. It might have been the other match. I got two GK games in the same day. Both were pretty good, but they were both heavy on the legendary destroyers. This might just be a Gearing and a Khabarovsk, but moral of the story is we get here at this B middle flank here, and I want to immediately start trying to support the C-cap. So I'm planning on making this turn, trying to figure out if I want to show the broadside early and risk it, or if I want to try and push around that island and try and push C from that angle. I get spotted here real quick. I think it's a DD. I'm actually pretty sure it's the Alaska that quick spots me. He's going to pop up in just a second here. But I fall off detection, no shots come in, so I'm going to commit to this turn pretty hard here, try and get around this island. But, yeah. Grosser Curve First is a funny ship for me. I don't 100% enjoy it, and I'm trying to force myself to learn to love it, but it's a hard nut to crack, in my opinion. Like, I love Yamato. I love Alaska, even though I don't play it often. I feel like Alaska's in a kind of questionable place, given the legendary situation and just the top tier situation in general. But I like Alaska. I like what it brings to the table. I like the guns. Really, I like GK for the guns, but I refuse to give up the secondaries. So on this day, I'm playing a Hyde build. It is a mostly brawler build. I'm running Cunningham and Von Hipper as inspirations, so I can get a little bit of decent dispersion, but really I want the secondaries to reach out about as far as I can get them. I believe they're right around 10 kilometers here, but I still want to be able to take these shots at my maximum range and believe in them. So I am running, I believe, a 15 kilometer gun range, which is absolutely... it's unacceptable at top tier, but you can get away with it in this ship more than you can in a lot of other battleships. You're not as worried about getting DPS down. And that poor Alaska just pulled out, had a broadside, couldn't do anything. I had to take him. This is a funny situation because I end up actually supporting both flanks while just leaving. Because here's the other Alaska, quick spot, goes undetected, another quick spot. I'm just about out of range, so I gotta send it. At this point, I'm pretty much certain those shots are either going to be good or not, but then I second guess, watch the shell follow camera, and nail another cheeky Citadel. So that's two Alaskas gone, and that flank is pretty much secured. And now we're over here about to get a little hurly-burly with this Alabama and this C-cap. You're going to see a little bit of the strategy come into play. I'd like that Cleveland to get out of there as fast as possible. He seems to really enjoy being farmed down by the Khabarovsk over there. And yeah, so now we're going to start trying to push this C-cap. I got to support this Cleveland. I got to support this, I believe, Conqueror next to me. I think it's a Conqueror over here. So me and this Conqueror are going to go bully this Alabama and this Khabarovsk. I didn't, at the time of this match, know it was a Khabarovsk there, so I was sort of hesitant to get too close to that cap, because there's a, 66% chance that a legendary destroyer has, 12 or more kilometer torpedoes, and I really don't want to eat those while dealing with an Alabama in a brawling situation. So I'm a little hesitant to pull in here. I'm sort of trying to angle for the Alabama and approach that smoke. But yeah, it's a Kaba, so I'm less worried once I realize that. Until then, I'm a little annoyed. So some good hits on the Alabama. I'm not going to switch to the HE at all during this fight. I'm really hoping that one of these two battleships over here, either myself or the Conqueror, will be able to force this Alabama to angle against one of us. I'm sort of trying to create a crossfire here for the Conqueror. so that we can, just punish him. So I'm doing what I commonly do in battleships, which is aim for turrets. I load AP, I go into brawls, and I attempt to knock out turrets if you're bow tanking. It's just what I have to do. If I can lower the amount of shells that might come back to me, or force a damage con that might make a fire started by my secondaries lethal, I'm gonna do it. So I'm trying to obliterate these guns and just keep the damage on them. We're getting decent damage, obviously not great, but we're getting good damage. And now this Khabarovsk has fully annoyed me. So I'm going to get up in here at this Alabama, and I'm going to begin focusing the Khabarovsk, which suffers from not taking full pen damage from Battleship AP. That's a little sad, but it does take big damage from Battleship AP. As you can see, we're gonna get some decent salvos on this Kappa. He's gonna be very rapidly forced to leave, which leaves this Alabama in a terrible place. Like, that Khabarovsk was a great piece of support for him, but he's gotta go. He's gonna get farmed down by me, the Conqueror, and anyone that might be trying to approach from the middle of the map. So, continuing to fire at the Kaba, notice the torps, and just, I'm fully prepared in my mind to eat one of these right on the nose. So I'm just going to nose in, hit the brakes, full reverse, and try and prepare myself to flood for a little bit. But they range out just in time, and now, well, yeah, I managed to not get torpedoed by the Kaba that thought he had me 100%. With some shots, aiming a little too low on the Alabama, and we're going to continue to bully the Kaba. He's now in secondary range, which is an added bonus. And yeah, I'm just going to leave you with a little bit of delicate brawling and Kaba bullying, as we have already secured this game. The game is won. These two guys are pretty much the last linchpins of their team. So, enjoy.
Gegnerische Schlachtschiff gesunken. Unser Team hat die Führung übernommen. Alle Stationen, melden Position eines strategischen Ziels. Acknowledged. Feueralarm! Problem gelöst. Roger. Unser Sieg ist in Sicht. Acknowledged. 5 Minuten.
Das war ein großartiges Gefecht.